What's up YouTube and welcome to what might be the best deck in the new emerging meta right now. Shuri and Lockjaw Thanos just got nerfed heavily, which leaves room for some other decks to rise, and this deck was already good before the nerfs, but now it is pretty darn amazing. Sandman feels like he deals with a lot of the current meta threats. Sarah decks hate playing against Sandman, a lot of other combo decks, Mr. Negatives decks and so on try to do some cheeky stuff on turn 6, and Sandman breaks all of those synergies apart. And on top of that, Leader got somewhat reverted to his somewhat former glory. He did lose some power and he now only copies one card played on the enemy side, but in combination with Sandman or Wave, that of course makes perfect sense because we only allow our opponent to play one card per turn. So these are the reasons why this Electro Sandman ramp deck is re-emerging right now and might become the new deck to beat in the upcoming meta, especially because it is full pool 3, only series 3 cards and therefore very accessible. This is the specific build that I like the most. It's a nice balance of playing some powerful early game cards to trying to get priority with Ebony Maw, with Sunspot, with Lizard, then on turn 3 ideally ramping right away with Electro or Wave. If we ramp with Electro, we ideally want to follow up with Sandman right away on turn 4 and then finish off the game with something like Aero into Odin, Leader into Odin, Doom into Odin, or just 2 high power cards depending on the current situation, the matchup, and our current needs. If we ramp with Wave instead of Electro, we have some alternate lines of play. For example, we can play something like Doctor Doom on turn 4, delay the Sandman, play Sandman on turn 5. That allows us to still reactivate Doctor Doom with Odin on turn 6. But if we do play against a combo heavy deck, maybe a Bounce deck or a Sarah deck, it can sometimes make sense to play Wave into Sandman or Wave into Odin to reactivate the Wave effect to disrupt our opponent for as long as possible in their crucial combo turns. So keep that in mind when playing this deck. There are a couple of tech choices. You can play Armor in this, you can play Jeff in this if you just got Jeff and just love to use the card, Jubilee, Shang-Chi, even Leech kind of makes sense, although Leech is probably not powerful enough anymore after the nerfs. So you have some wiggle room, but no matter how you build it, this is gonna be a very strong deck, at least these upcoming days, and it is definitely a big recommendation from my end if you're looking for a good and straightforward deck for climbing. And I have a bunch of gameplay highlights for you taken from the Infinite Rank On ladder, where this deck performed incredibly well for me. Oh, Plunder Castle is generally great for us. I plan to play any Surfer deck soon. Not specifically, but I did have a Surfer idea recently. Maybe it was some fancy type of Shadow King deck, I don't quite remember. Sauron. It's not good for me. Galactus? So we need to try to get priority. So that Aero can pull Galactus into middle. Or we might get Doc Oct here. We're getting Doc Oct. So I play Sunspot right side, try to block the Doc Oct from pulling Aero. Oh! What a genius. Nile before Galactus. Oh, snap. But where does he go? It can't be Plunder Castle. Well, it could be Plunder Castle. They just go Galactus into Maw. But it's more likely they go right side, I think. This is a really tough choice. Right side, they would not get priority because Wolverine only bounces once. Would actually be a coin flip, a 50-50. Almost genius. Oh, it's Destroyer. Into Null? How much power did they destroy? 10, 2... Null is just 14, right? They only destroyed Electro, Doc Ock for 12, and then Wolverine for 14. So this wins. Shang and... That almost got me. The Sunspot extra energy saving the day here. Random ass Camp Lehigh Cyclops. Almost ruining my day here. Oh, that was a great game though. I did think our opponent had us with the Galactus left. Ended up being a destroyer though. And also very important to not just drop Chavez to the right side here to dodge the Shang. Great game. Very heavy wax from mustache that smells of oak wood. Oh, that must be nice as well. I did get some like Hungarian wax, but I almost never use it. It's just in case if I really need to, like if I really need my mustache to stay in place. Mustache is blonde and beard is dark brown. It's a nice contrast. It's also a very rare combination. Okay, so Electro can go left. We don't want it in Baxter, I think. And then we just try to get... Like, we know Baxter is going to be middle or right side. We try to get, like, Odin and Leader into Baxter, I guess. So Sandman goes middle. Can also move the doggo around. Oh, Doom would also be an option. But Leader into Odin should be stronger. Zabu, Korg, Cosmo. Should be... my guess would be Darkhawk, Dino. Which is not bad against Leader, but right now we just happen to have a fully stacked hand. Like, their Darkhawk is bigger than ours, but apart from that... Oh, it would be an issue, though, if... Like, I don't have full space to go Leader and then Odin. Let's see, we start off with Leader, that's for sure. I could also Magneto, actually. Because that would make me win the middle, and then, like, Leader left should just be good. I think Magneto is a very smart play here. Like in this case, we're not really trying to win the right side, but rather be in this situation right here. The issue is Mystique beats me and Darkhawk beats me. What else could I do? I could play Chavez right. Chavez right would beat Mystique and Darkhawk. It would not beat Moongirl. So it's a bit of a gamble after all. Damn. Would not have expected this to be this close. I think Leader left loses to too many cards and combos. I think Chavez right is a bit spicier. Please no White Queen or Moongirl. My mind reading superpowers. We're fine playing into Lechugia once our hand is good. So far, it is not the case. We're still missing 1 or 2 good 6-drops. Oh, this is fine though. Just Electro right, Sandman mid. Yeah, okay, now we can snap. If my opponent plays Goose, they're probably either Surfer or Sarah. Both of those we just beat. At least for laddering. For tournaments, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, Sandman is gonna break them. Yeah, old Sandman list has Goose in it. That's why. Block yourself. we're chilling. We know that Bishop can only grow to 5 maximum. And we're getting the Lizard debuff. I mean, I guess Cosmo can beat us here. But this looks more like Sarah, and Sarah does not necessarily play Cosmo. Right? The Surfer deck wouldn't play Sentinel. Sure. We don't get the Lizard debuff, but we're still fine. Like, we're pulling ahead in all 3 locations. Even if our opponent plays Doom, we beat it. Ah, too bad. I was hoping my opponent would talk themselves into staying. GG's. We have the Dream Curve though. Guess I gotta keep a bit more of an open mind now that, like, right after a balance patch, people are gonna be more experimental with decks. So there's gonna be more random tech choices. Do I like wave more here? I can go wave into leader and then Odin the leader later on. I can also go the other way around, ramp into Sandman into leader Odin. I guess wave is more power than Electro, so that plays technically slightly better. And this, on the other hand, this allows my opponent to play multiple cards on turn 5. Maybe it's not the best play after all. Odin right side's also fun. Oh, I should have played Odin right side. Oh, I messed up here. I feel like Aero middle should win. We would be ahead by 12. The YOLO Professor X, gotta love it. They play Magneto, it's a 50-50 on which card gets pulled. Now I'm curious. Easy, it's a Darkhawk deck. Oh, never mind, not easy after all. Man, Asteroid M gets me sometimes. Where did it go wrong? I maybe should have Odin'd instead of leadered on turn 4. I think that's it. Damn it, Asteroid M. Did me dirty. Just missing... And our hand's great. Guess we're a bit short on board space. We're like Doom and Leader, but we should be just about fine. So we have potential Doom Odin, so I think Electro goes mid, the Sandman goes left. No wait, Electro left, Sandman mid, and then Doom Odin left. Or Doom Odin right, we'll see. Not sure where I want the 3 extra power yet. The interesting thing is... Oh, this is very good for us. It seems like the Death Wave and especially Doom Wave are gonna be more well-rounded decks overall than Sandman. But Sandman beats their Wave synergy. In the direct matchup, Sandman ramp is like should be much favored. Cerebro 2? No. No, not with Ironheart. Okay, so Doom Odin go left here. Oh, Magneto is spicy as well. Magneto left or right would clog them. But like, Doom Odin can't really lose, can it? Oh, Magneto would have been so good, it would have stopped Odin here. I'm pretty sure my opponent's dropping Odin right side. Which makes Magneto interesting again on the left side, but I think this is just safe. What would need to happen for my opponent to win? Odin is pretty strong, it's 8+6+6, it's a 20 power play. But my play is a bit stronger, right? Ah, Odin is 18, but we're fine on tiebreakers. Magneto left for the content? Ah, this is good enough for content. Oh, we do lose the lizard buff, I forgot about that. We might lose on tiebreakers then? I'm not quite sure if I did the maths correctly. Shit, I should have played Magneto, it also works with the lizard. Oh, never mind, we got very fortunate here. We would have lost on tiebreakers though, right? They have more total power than we do. Magneto would have probably been the better play, but got a bit fortunate here to not get punished. Paint by Gaming. Thank you so much for the Prime. Appreciate it. How's Leader working out so far? Good, especially, well, if you have Sandman online, Leader is incredible. Without Sandman, it's wonky. Despreocupaulo. That's a wild name. Hey, Doombots are gonna be good. I think we can snap this already. Yeah, it's a Sarah deck. We already have what we need, I think. That's a bit unlucky, we do give them some big cards now, but... Wait, who's flipping priority here? We are. So we can arrow them out of the Angela location. And then like Leader left just wins, I think. Unless they play a card with a very fancy effect. Should still win in most cases. It was annoying, but this should still win. Barely win in 2 locations. GG's? I was thinking more in terms of priority rather than whether or not they draw Vibranium. I think that is the top priority for us, game plan wise. Ebony Maw, long time no see. Guess we just bop Ebony Maw on turn 1. I'm still waiting to hear the flow. What kind of flow? You mean some bars? Some raps? Yeah, we have Wave into Doom, into Sandman, into Odin. That is pretty strong. Also makes good use of the Ebony Maw location. Nova start could be Sarah, could be Doomwave. Could be a lot. Electro is better here. Can just bop everything left side. No, Electro is better. We get Sandman out earlier. Doom Odin could also go middle, like at least Sandman. Pretty sure I want to snap this. This is a very good start for us. Maybe I should do a karaoke session at some point. Fort Minor, Remember the Name, one of my favorite tracks of all time. Some 90s hip-hop rapping. I'm not very good at freestyling though. No! Oh, that was unlucky. I wanted anything but this guy. So Sandman into Leader into Odin? Sandman Aero Odin? Sandman Aero Odin is actually very good. Place for a Shang tech option in this deck. Yeah, kind of. Ebony Maw is somewhat replaceable. Lizard is somewhat replaceable. Aero is somewhat replaceable. Magneto is somewhat replaceable. But all of those cards are also very good. Like, personally, I would not replace any of them. But if you really want Shang, those are the cuttable cards. Okay, Lechugia. We're fine playing into Lechugia once our hand is good. So far, it is not the case. Oh, this is fine though. Just Electro right, Sandman mid. Yeah, okay, now we can snap. If my opponent plays Goose, they'll probably either Surfer or Sarah. Both of those we just beat. Is this leader deck good? Should I try it? This might be the best deck right now. This definitely feels ridiculously strong as long as you play it smart. At least for laddering. For tournaments, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, Sandman is gonna break them. Yeah, old Sandman list has Goose in it. That's why. Block yourself. Chilling. We know that Bishop can only grow to 5 maximum. And we're getting the Lizard debuff. I mean, I guess Cosmo can beat us here. But this looks more like Sarah, and Sarah does not necessarily play Cosmo. Right? The Surfer deck wouldn't play Sentinel. Sure. We don't get the Lizard debuff, but we're still fine. We're pulling ahead in all 3 locations. Even if our opponent plays Doom, we beat it. Ah, too bad. I was hoping my opponent would talk themselves into staying. GG's. Yeah, this is the dream curve. I'm fine snapping turn 1 here. Even if the locations are bad, we're probably still winning.
Oh, snap.
Lizard mid Electro right. Yeah, let's keep this keeps us more flexible. What the location is. Okay. Electro mid, Sandman left. Makes a bit more sense, I think. Avenger! Wait, what? Korg and Captain America in the same deck? What are you playing? I forgot this card exists. So what options do we have? Aero Odin left. Leader Odin, Doom Odin. Aero Odin right side actually, it's probably better. It would be worse against something like Ultron though, which that deck might definitely play. In that case maybe I should go like Doom or Leader after all. I think Doom is the safest? Yeah, this is definitely an Ultron setup. But this beats Ultron left and Ultron right. And Ultron middle for that matter. If they don't play anything like Ultron, we flip the right side. With a Doombot plus 1 energy on Sunspot. Let's see if our opponent stays in this. Ah, too bad. Yeah, I always forget. I play Odin here, I re-trigger Electro. Does Sunspot still just get +1 energy, or does Sunspot get +2? I'm not sure if the max energy only applies like the next turn, or if it already applies this turn. Played around Galactus and Leader at the same time. I think they were playing around Galactus, I don't know. I didn't really show them Galactus cards, did I? Watching this game for the first time, what is going on? I mean, it's simple to learn. Just look up like the rules and I'm sure you'll get into it quickly. Electro! Where are you? Not here, okay. Wave into Doom left, into Sandman mid, into Odin left. But generally speaking, like... I'm happy that I see less bots than usual at least. Zabu Wolfsbane. This could be a Sarah deck, a Hitmonkey deck. They all lose to Sandman. I did see this one streamer play Galactus in a Mr. Negative deck before. That rings a bell for some weird reason. Galactus in a Mr. Negative deck. Yeah, this is probably Mr. Negative, and they didn't find Mr. Negative, which is why I'm very surprised they stayed through the snap. So 2 more cards to play. I'm pretty sure one of them is Odin. The other one... Well, we could also play Leader, but it's very clunky. Could be Magneto for sure. Okay, what do you have for me? Wong? But only 1 free spot. And we can Magneto on the final turn to break Wong's energy. So I think we play Odin this turn. And then last turn is Magneto middle. But this might also bait my opponent into staying. It's like really hard to say. There's a lot going on here.
I am Iron Man.
They never inverted, right? They should not be able to beat Aero mid, but Magneto is also... If it pulls Wong, I don't think we win. They would still have 1. We'd be 1 behind if we pull Wong. If we pull Wolfsbane, we win the left side. I think it's Aero in this case. I don't think we can lose. What 1 card would beat us here that's not inverted? GG's!